I always hope the same thing when I'm making a film, which is just to write an interesting story and then tell it well. I like to write about things I don't understand or things that confuse me. And so I thought, relationships.
Stop.
Oh. Basically, I want to explore the beginning, middle, and end of a relationship. And those three stories play out along those lines.
Julia, you tried to hurt him.
Third person is three intersecting stories. One is set in Paris, one is set in Rome, one is set in New York. And each story represents, in a very broad sense, different aspects of a relationship.
Yes, I have the fucking designs. Why don't we just skywrite this conversation?
The Rome story is the beginning, early phase of a relationship when two people meet and trust is just beginning to blossom.
Che mi vuoi fare la foto?
Adrian Brody, who plays an American businessman, is stuck in Rome an extra day and goes into a cafe and meets Moran Atias.
Adrian, that was perfect as the skeptical American and who falls under the spell of this woman and doesn't know whether to trust her or not. And she literally takes him on a ride through Rome and down to Taranto in the south.
It's a beautiful writing piece and obviously wonderful material for an actor. And the interplay between the stories and the nuances of the characters and the complexity of balancing humor and drama and sadness is lovely. And it's something I'm very attracted to, and it's what I look for. Moran is fantastic. She's a very dedicated young woman. She's very immersed in her character work. At times, she was very real, embodied, an essence of that gypsy culture that she had to portray. I was impressed.
She has lips like her mother.
Working with Adrian was fantastic. Obviously, he's an actor with a lot of experience. So just seeing how he bring his naturalism into the technical work was very educating for me. She does meet somebody that is completely different than any other man she met in her life, and he brings up certain questions that she didn't want to ask even herself. I think what really brings them together is the fact that they don't trust. He doesn't trust himself because of what he's done to his own family, and she doesn't trust others.
The Paris story is the spine of the entire movie. It's the story that holds the other two stories together.
You want to tell me what this is about?
Don't be pathetic.
Who are you meeting?
A friend.
What, a male friend?
I'm not your fucking child.
Stop acting like one.
The first person I approached was Liam Neeson. And then opposite him, who I also went to very early, is Olivia Wilde. I've worked with her 3 times now. I like working with actors over and over again. There's several actors in here I've worked with several times now.
Find someone who doesn't know you. Ciao.
I play a successful writer called Michael Leary, who's won a Pulitzer Prize, is going through quite a difficult divorce and having an affair with a much younger lady.
People are gonna know it's Anna. 6 months from now, she'll be the punchline of every cocktail party in New York. You can do that to her?
Olivia's character is quite complicated. You discover some quite a nasty thing about her later on in the film.
Anna is Michael, played by Liam Neeson's kind of protege. He is this famous novelist, and she's an aspiring writer herself.
Listen, I have a reputation. I know you don't care about that, but it means something to me.
Ultimately, she's in love with Michael and has a kind of an obsession with him at the same time as a real romantic love for him.
She may have something for him too.
When I first read the script, I loved it immediately. I think I had to read it twice right away just to make sure I fully understood the layers of the story.
It was very, very unusual, beautifully written, and a couple of little twists and turns and surprises in it. So I was very attracted to it.
$10 phone card. No $10, 20.
The New York story is the end of a relationship. It's essentially about a custody battle, a very ugly custody battle between a woman and her ex-husband who are fighting over visitation rights for a child.
She's accused of trying to kill her child. And then on top of that, there's an immense amount of emotional turmoil between. She's so sweet and so nice and so means well, but she's always late. Like if a person can make a right or a left, she always makes the wrong choice. And it's not on purpose, so you can't blame her for it.
So Rick is a character who feels justified in, keeping his ex-wife away from him and away from the child.
Daddy paints with his hands.
Don't like it.
In other ways, he's maybe doing the child harm because Rick is not the most equipped person to be a father. He's consumed by his work and his painting, and I think that's Paul's way of exploring this dilemma a lot of people have and a lot of creative people have of, balancing work and family. I get along very well with Paul. He's got a strange mixture of intensity and fun. He's very good with actors. He always has good scripts. He's a great writer.
My favorite part so far has truly been working with Paul. With that type of a director, with Maria, with James, with just actors and a crew and an environment that I feel so safe in.
I wouldn't be here either. How could you be so fucking irresponsible?
I came as soon as I could. This is not my...
I know it's not your fault.
Like most of the characters in this film, you don't really understand who this character is until it unfolds towards the end. I think with all of us, Paul is such a beautiful writer that the character keeps getting more and more complex. You think one thing in the beginning, that Teresa's this straight arrow lawyer who's representing Mila Kunis's character, Julia, in her custody case. And then you find out towards the end that she has her own complication and pain and stuff going on.
Where are you?
The West Side.
Well, get in a cab.
I don't have any money.
What?
I spent it on my phone card.
Listen to me, get in a cab now.
We've been very lucky as we found in Paul Brules, a financier and producing partner, who really supported my vision and has been great and allowed us to build sets like this and really backed me all the way in everything I wanted. So that's made it a hell of a lot easier.